Everyone's been seeing Erin, Nancy, Erin, Nancy, Erin.
She made some candy for us today, and I've been eating it since before the show started. I'm going to eat it during the show if you hear me smacking, you know.
Being hungry and high. Like I'm not gonna make it anymore. You know, I'm white, so I'm gonna try my best.
You were Hispanic. You're lying.
No,
don't say
definitely
give away the
not.
secret.
No. A little bit dry, you know, like I can make it wetter, drier, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, that was a podcast. For fucking OnlyFans. Do you get hate because you're a white girl making this?
Sometimes I'm like, I'm annoying people with my posts.
Yeah,
but then I wouldn't have kept watching your stories over and over. I probably would have missed that.
That's stalking.
It's kind of like, like, oh, just tell me what to do.
No, tell me. I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to In Your Element Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Louie Man and the queen herself, as always, Courtney.
Hey. So we're here today with our special guest. She is the chamoy candy lady. I'm not gonna lie, she made some candy for us today, and I've been eating it since before the show started. I'm gonna eat it during the show if you hear me smacking, charge it to her because the candy's amazing. So this is Erin from Evins Enchilados.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Of course.
So Erin, let's get right into you.
Yep.
How did you get to where you're at? Because you're everywhere right now. You're everywhere with your enchilados. What brought you to making these candies and being the new candy queen of Lake County?
So it started with COVID and kind of just being hungry and high and just wanting to snack all the time.
No wonder Courtney's eating all of them.
And just, mixing with the flavors. I saw it on TikTok. It was everywhere on TikTok. So I was just like, I want it. I want to eat it. If I have a drink, I want to drink with it. I want it, So started getting to work. Messing with the chamoys was like the worst part. It was the worst part. Some I got like too sour and it was like gross, and then I gave up and I'm like, no, let me take another stab at this. I'm like, I'm missing something.
So you actually, there was a time where you said, fuck this.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna make it anymore. I was giving it to friends and they were like, oh, it's too sour, it's too sweet, it's giving me like, tart vibes,
Do you make your own chamoy or do you buy it?
Yeah, I make my own chamoy.
So let's take a step back. Tell people what chamoy is, because I tried to explain it to like 1,000 people, and they're like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So
yeah, so it's like
I'm Puerto Rican, I can't explain it.
And I'm white, so I'm gonna try my best.
You were Hispanic. You're lying.
No,
I'm joking.
I'm not.
She didn't
I'm
say
not
that.
Hispanic,
She didn't say that.
I'm completely white, but
Completely white.
I've been trying this for years.
Gosh, Becky.
I love Hispanic food, so here we are. It's like a liquid, so it's a liquid base, right? And then there's different forms of the chamoy, so different brands. Like you got all these different makers of chamoy. So I take all these different single chamoys, and then I make my own seasoning, and I put it all kind of like in together. So I make my own
Don't
sauce.
Give me your secret,
kind of.
Girl.
Oh,
didn't say give away the secret.
No. Right. Don't ask too much. But yeah, so it started off like that, Started off with just making the chamoy and experimenting with that, and then getting into the seasoning and mastering it, It took a lot. Some, and everybody's taste buds are so different. So some people are like, oh, I want it more wet. And I'm like, ew,
right.
How are you going to pick apart that? It's going to be like a big glob of wetness. So then I'm like, you don't want it just like a little bit dry, Like, look at that.
So this is a peach ring covered in chamoy.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's just original chamoy.
So
No.
original chamoy.
This is
And I
original.
have watermelon and mango. And everybody has their own ways of making their chamoys and making their candies, you know. But I can make it to any way you guys want it. I can make it hotter. I can make it wetter, drier, whatever. You.
Okay, that was a podcast. The fucking OnlyFans.
You're like, hold on, babe.
So her best one, and I do gotta say, I'm picky when I eat. So it's peach rings. Baby loves these. Honestly, Courtney loves these. The Gushers. Your Gusher enchilados are one of the best ones I've ever eaten.
Those are like the popular. Those are. I sell a lot of them every time I have
Well,
an
yeah,
event. It's
you're
they're
supposed
gone.
to bring us some, and
I
no,
know.
I didn't have none.
I'm not even tripping because
They weren't even ready.
No, when you have the Gusher. So I've had Gusher ones from other people,
I'm not tripping.
but it's like you said, if you put too much, it just becomes a whole blob.
Right.
No, you can pick them one by one, and it's like the consistency, the texture, and the chamoy on there is perfect.
That's what you want, right? Like you want to be able
Exactly.
to like.
Now, do you get hate because you're a white girl making this? I gotta ask.
Well, I get a lot of like, oh, you're white, so why are you making a Hispanic food? And I'm like, so I gotta be Mexican to make this? I'm like, I didn't get the memo, you know?
Well, no, it's
I'm like, it's all about my taste buds.
I can cook Asian shit too.
Right. Like, you know, you
So-
don't go to a ramen place because, you know, you're,
Right, exactly.
you know?
If you go to a ramen place, who's in the back?
Right.
The Mexicans are cooking.
Exactly. So it's like,
Right, Chris? Chris said, no, not yet. Now,
he's like, leave me alone.
you sell out a lot, but you're also a mom. How do you stop your kids from getting into it?
It's hard for the oldest one to not dig into it, but the little one, I don't really have such a problem, you know, with them.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good. They ask me. In the beginning, it was so hard because they saw all this candy laying around, and you know, some of it didn't even have chamoy on it yet. And I would catch under my son's pillow like bags and bags of like nerd ropes, and I'm like,
right there,
dude,
ass
like
whooping.
I'm paying for this. Like you
Well,
gotta
yeah.
pay me for that order.
Wait, you charge
You
your
know,
kids?
I did charge him, yeah. I definitely charged him.
You heard it,
Or
right?
he had to buy the candy from me.
No, my kids, they eat all the shit here. We go
Yeah.
to Sam's Club and bulk buy. So my oldest loves your candy. Every time I've gone to pick him up at your place, it's him.
Oh,
It's him or baby, but it's mainly him. He'll text me and be like, Dad, are you going to pick up anything today? No. It's like, I'm at work, bro. Hey, you think that lady, that enchilado lady will
I got
have you something? I was like, she has Popups, bro. You can drive now.
Right.
So
How old is he?
he just turned 17 yesterday.
Oh yeah, he can drive.
Trust me.
He can drive and come support us. We need all that support.
Well, every time I pick him up, it's him. I eat him on the way home.
Well, now I know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
it's-
like, nope, send him.
yeah,
I'm like, nope,
right.
he needs to send me the message.
So, is there anything that you've been like, any hardship that you've been facing since doing this? Like, is there something else? Because you said you couldn't get the mixture right, and it made you want to give up. Is there anything else that made you want to say, okay, well, I got it right, but it's not selling? Have you ever gotten to that point?
You know, a candy will be really, really popular, so I'll make like a bunch of that specific one, and then I'll go to a pop-up and I'll have all that candy left over. You know, but I'm like thinking like, you know, I ask the people what they want. You know, like what candies do you guys want? You know, everybody's like more of the Gushers, more of the Gushers. You know, of course, you know, and I would love to just sell Gushers, but there's other people that like other things too.
Right.
So I want those people to be taken care of too, you know? So when I like make extra stuff and I have all that stuff, I'll either do like a sale, which that gets people all the time, you know, like a buy one, get one type thing, you know? I'll be able to get people to grab it and then it'll pick back up again. But it'll discourage me because I'm like, I made all this candy because they ask for it,
Right.
but then they didn't want it. They changed their mind. A lot of times if I'm stuck with it for more than, because this candy will last you a year, you know, like
Right.
it's chamoy.
Not
You
today.
don't, not in this podcast.
today.
Not today. Not
This
when my
isn't
son
gonna last
gets here
a year,
either.
but it can last a
Right.
year. So it's like you can put it in the refrigerator if you want it like a little bit cold. It's
Right.
really good. You can keep it on the counter or in your shelf for a month or two and go dabble into it, and it's still going to be as good as the first day I made it. So it can last, but
right.
sometimes I don't want all that stuff sitting at my
Right.
house on my shelf.
You want to get it in and
Yeah,
out.
so it's like I try to stay away from sour stuff, you know, stuff like that. And then it'll be like, oh, you don't make any sour stuff. So then I'll make all this sour stuff, and then it'll sit back on my shelf again.
Oh, okay.
So it's like when I do events, like I'm like, what do you guys want? What do you guys want at the events? You know, what kind of candy do you guys want to see? What don't you want to see? You know,
Right.
what can I take off the shelf for you guys and bring on the shelf, you know, more
Right.
of type of thing, you know?
So you're trying to go with what your consumers.
Yeah, it's
base
all
is.
about what they want. Everybody wants gushers, but I make all these gushers and I sell out of them. But so what
And
do you want
you
in
deliver
the
as well,
second
right?
place? Yeah, I deliver with a small fee
Well, no, that's you have to.
because gas is outrageous.
Gas went down,
Yeah,
but
it did.
it's still gas
Wisconsin.
and it still burns.
And it's a lot of back and forth. And like you said, I got the kid to take care of, so it's like I'm taking that delivery time out of, you know, I'll try to do like once a week and once during the weekend. I used to do it all day till like 7 o'clock, you know, but I was like Grays Lake, Gurnee, Waukegan, and that was literally the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
day it took me, you
They're not
know,
even
driving.
paying you
And then I was
enough
like,
for gas.
oh my
It's just,
God.
oh yeah.
In the car, I'm like,
I drive from here to work and I don't want to go inside.
yeah.
So I feel you.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's a lot. And I try to stay focused on the main goal and what's at the end and where I'm working towards. So it's like any little rock, you know, any little
Right,
stepping
you're
stone,
trying
it's
to-
like that was there for a reason.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
okay.
like I'm hitting this stone for a reason. So what am I going to do to overcome it? You know, like what am I stressed out about?
Entrepreneur life sucks some
Yeah.
days, okay? You want to cry, you want to give up, you
Yeah.
want to fight, you fuck this, you wake up
It's-
in the morning like,
And
I
you
got shit
spend
to
like
do,
so much
like,
of your
I got shit
money,
to do.
Yeah,
your
it's
own
it's
money.
expensive. This podcast, we tried to start it a year ago, but it didn't kick off until 6 to 7 months after I had already done 2 episodes and everything kept failing. So I understand.
It's consistency. You
Yeah.
have to just keep up with it. And sometimes I'm like, I'm annoying people with my posts.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
But then I'm like,
you gotta keep going.
if you're annoyed, delete me.
Right.
Exactly.
Like somebody could take your place, you know, somebody.
Someone is always working harder, and they're not feeling like they're annoying someone. And I understand what you're coming from because that's how I am. I'm like, should I post something
Right.
today? But then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna post this fucking meme, and then call it a day. But no, you do it all the time, and I heart all your shit. I heart all your shit. I heart everybody's stuff that's trying to make, you know, money because
Yeah.
that's what it is about at the end of the day.
I'll post the same thing 2 times in an hour.
Yeah, no, and it's fine. That's how
Because
you have to.
You know what somebody told me? Somebody was like, oh, I was looking through your story and I didn't see anything. And then they were like looking through it the next day and they like saw something and they're like, so if I wouldn't have kept watching your stories over and over, I probably would have missed
That's
that.
stalking.
It was a
If
girl,
they didn't see it the next day and they were still there the following day, that's stalking.
Yeah, she's like, I kept up with your posts and
It's a
that's
she
how I
too.
feel. Yeah.
So you just blur it out. That's stalking.
Yeah.
Fuck that, Chris. Don't be on someone's stories for 2 whole days. That's stalking.
You could be on someone's stories for a couple days.
If you're going to support their business.
Right.
If you're gonna support their
Not
business,
in other ways.
yeah, that's stalking.
Yeah. So I work hard at annoying people.
Well, no, that you have to. No one's gonna push your business more than what you would. You know, until you can get. You know, I know you wanted a brick and mortar when I saw you live. Like you wanted your own place, right? That's the goal.
Yes.
The ultimate goal. Until you get your employees there, and then what do you expect your employees to do? To push your product just as much as you were doing it. You want the same motivation. As Courtney's eating the product now.
Don't mind me, you guys.
Yeah.
These are Swedish fish.
Those are good, right? I started the Swedish fish because those are my dad's favorite.
Shout out to Dad. Because these are great. And I'm going to eat this whole thing so you guys don't mind.
Those are mine.
Actually.
Oh, fuck.
We share.
Oh, yeah, we share. That's why you stole my hat.
I didn't steal it. It's both ours. I just keep it at my house.
We have a love-hate
When you want it
relationship.
to borrow it back, you can ask to borrow it back.
I did. She brought it last time. I said, hey, are you going to leave it here? She said, yeah, I'll bring it back. But no.
Never came back.
So you do a lot of pop-ups. You do a lot of pop-ups.
All over
Does
Lake
that
County.
get stressful? Being in the heat, in the
That's
rain?
very stressful. The heat, the rain.
What's the hardest weather?
The heat.
Not the rain?
Not the rain. The rain's kind of fun.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, we love a good fun, you know, like a little rainstorm. Especially when we're under our tents and it's just raining. But that heat, when it's 90, 93, and, you know, you gotta... Sometimes you're there with a full face of makeup on or jeans on, so you're presentable and you're just like, and you're just baking out there.
Go
you're
with a
just
cutoff
crying.
shirt, yeah.
You're
Prepare for the weather.
Yeah, those are the hard ones.
You got to be presentable to a certain extent. You also got to be comfortable. You know, you're just starting out, so don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's been hot. But I've seen you guys have done stuff in the rain.
And everybody's
it's getting chillier now.
Shit, you know? They're out there, they're selling.
Oh yeah, you guys don't close because of rain. You guys are still out there hustling.
People expect us to. They're like, oh, you know, no pop-up, right? Because of the weather. No. And it's like,
hell no.
You go to work you go to work, right? When it's raining, thunderstorming.
Yeah, I went to work the whole 2 years of COVID.
Because you're going into a building, like, okay, that's fine. But if the pop-up's indoors, what's your excuse then?
Exactly.
And if the pop-up is completely covered by your tent and a roof or whatever the case may be, what's your excuse, you know? Like, to me, it's like, okay, you don't want to be out there making the money, then that's fine, you know? Like, I got to move on to the next one.
Right.
I don't take it to heart because they're not hurting my business in any way, you know? I feel bad because it's like you're missing out on a really good opportunity.
Exactly.
Just because this weather, but I promise you this weather's nothing.
Right.
You know? And everybody that comes out on those rainy days have an amazing time.
Oh no,
amazing
all you
sales.
guys were amazing when we went. It wasn't raining that day. My son was recording, him and the other one. But no, it's actually, well, I have 6 kids, so when I say other one, I should be saying fucking, I should be saying numbers.
It could be anybody.
I'm like, hey, number one. But no, like, you guys are out there, and it's amazing to see because, again, I love when everybody's trying to chase the same thing. At the same time, you guys have fun doing it.
Yeah.
See, when I was a cage fighter, I was chasing and hoping to dream it in half, and it hurt. So
yeah,
you were doing your static stuff, and it's almost the same thing. The weather, we have no choice but to do what we got to do at the end of the day. What's your things for winter?
Indoor events, indoor pop-up events. We have 2 indoor locations. One that we currently work with right now, the Zumba place.
That's with
Washington with
Miguel and Victor
and the Community Outreach of Waukegan.
Yeah.
With Victor. So
shout out to Miguel and Victor because they're doing a lot of crazy shit.
They have been pulling literally wonders for us. They have been pulling amazing moves for us, getting us the best meetings possible with the best people that we can reach, you know.
Okay.
And me and Maria are just putting in that work to get those meetings scheduled, to get, you know, anything we can do to work with them, with, you know, anybody with the homeless shelters, breast cancer, cancer awareness, anything like that.
I like that.
We want anybody and everything. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you're just doing pop-ups for people that sell stuff. But it's not. It's
no, you guys have a cause behind it.
Yeah, it's anything. If you want to come out and promote, you know, the work you do, you know, you can't physically... Well, you could physically do a facial right then and there.
I thought you were talking about something else.
But,
I was saying, fuck, I want to be there too.
But you
can wax anyone at any time, Courtney.
I don't wax publicly. Okay, now I have done a couple pop-ups where I did facials and like massages and stuff like that.
Oh no, I don't.
Wax, you gotta book an appointment. We're not gonna.
But you want a massage?
I can do that shit at home.
No, you gotta book an appointment. We're not gonna do that.
But yeah, we work with
that's a
anybody.
pop-up I'm
Anybody
not
in
going
Lake
to.
County. Anybody all over.
So let me ask you a question. Are you originally from Lake County?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So being from Lake County and, knowing the dynamic of Lake County and how some people can be some hating-ass people, how do you handle that? Like, how do you handle somebody's like, I'm not supporting Erin's business because she's so I'm going to go to somebody else. Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their own people, But I have my own people too.
Right.
So it's, all my customers, at the end of the day, they've tried my candy and they're buying my candy for what it is.
Right.
And maybe me too, right? Like, but it's like, it's more than that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that on
like
video. Baby's upstairs.
So it's like, if you want to go buy this candy from somewhere else, then that's fine, But I know you're gonna come back because this is better.
That shit is
But
the gushers.
not only that,
gushers.
but it's like, you can try other people's stuff. We're not competing with each other at all. I have my own
like that.
taste. I have my own flavor. I have my own touch. This is my product. Like, if you like,
stand
Lauren's
behind it.
product,
Who's
and
Lauren?
my sister's.
Oh, shit.
Like, if she makes the same candy as me and you start going to buy from her, then she just gained another customer, but I still have more customers.
Right.
Maybe even potentially new customers because I'm still working. Like, I'm still promoting and I'm still trying to grab a new generation or an older generation, So anything, this candy's everywhere.
Right.
It's all over the place, But it's like, just try mine and I'll make you keep coming back.
Right. Hustler
Or
spirit,
try.
I heard
Or
it.
try it.
Hustler
Try it.
Spirit, I like it.
It doesn't hurt to try it, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it.
Obviously, everyone sees it as a competition, right? Putting your product in people's hands or mouths. What's been the hardest part about that?
Just like trusting in myself and believing in myself.
Oof. That's the hardest part of everything.
Like, knowing that regardless of how hard it's going to get and how many people are going to come out with this, like, I'm going to be okay and I'm going to just keep trying and I'm going to keep going regardless.
You're basically saying you're the obstacle from getting this to everyone's hands and everyone, like, your confidence there, but not fully yet.
Right.
Because there's going to be a day you won't have to put in no one's hands or mouths. They're going to be wanting to come over and then fucking just, hey, you're selling out everything.
Right. We going to Erin's today.
Like, my own store, you come to my store like, oh, I'm going to Erin's store today.
Right.
Just casually come to my store and get candy.
No, that's good. So I do have to go into the drama. That was going to come, right? So,
I'm staying out of the drama today. I'm going to let them do their thing, okay?
So and I'm not trying to start more drama, but it's out there. No. I like a little conflict, but not too much conflict. I like conflict with resolutions.
Yeah, I like resolutions too.
So, you and, I don't know her last name, and I have her on Facebook too. You and Nancy have been going back and forth. And again, I'm not trying to start nothing. Erin does not know about us asking questions. She knew that coming in here we were going to ask something. She doesn't know what. But everyone's been seeing Erin, Nancy, Erin, Erin, Nancy, Erin. Erin, you're here, not Nancy. We cannot speak for Nancy.
No.
So,
No, we can't.
what is going on? Because I did a live. My very first live that I did was your guys' pop-up. Or it was her pop-up.
It was ours. It was our pop-up.
I'm trying to be resolution.
It was our pop-up.
Okay, so it was... So I don't remember... I just remember the flyer coming to me, and then word got out, and I said, hey, can I do a live while I walk around? And I got to meet everybody. I got to meet you, and that's where I actually told Erin, we'll be friends one day. That was my very last words before I walked away and I went to Nancy's booth. I do like how you both have pop-ups everywhere. You guys are not just about yourselves. Like you said, you have causes behind it, and I'm pretty sure she does too.
Yeah.
You guys are bringing small businesses together, but at a point you two were together. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, we were working together. We were an okay team. We were good. We
Yeah,
were
the
good
first pop-up
working
was good.
together. I just think that I'm just really new to this, and
Right.
I need to focus on, you know, what it is
Building your brand.
and in my own business, as well as, you know, taking that leadership role and organizing events like we talked about
Right.
it's a lot of stress. And when two people are working and one is trying to be alpha and one is kind of like, you know, like, oh, just tell me what to do.
No, tell me. I don't know.
You know,
what
where
it
do
is.
I go?
I'm joking.
You know, like, what do you need me to do? You know, there's like a control. You know, somebody
Right.
takes like more of control, more bossy, you know. So that was kind of just like what started to happen. And
So there were some of your pop-ups that did get canceled, or they got the city called on them, or what was it, the health department?
yeah, somebody was calling the health department or trying to get the events taken down.
Right.
They were calling and saying that, you know, the pop-ups weren't licensed, which they weren't, because a small business is a small business just coming up. We don't
Right.
have access to some of those things yet.
Exactly.
Because we're just starting out and we're trying to prove our business, prove
Exactly.
our, you know, our people coming in, prove that we can actually make a business, right? Because you get an LLC, and I'm sure you guys know it's $500, $700.
Not just one time.
Not just
Right.
one time.
And if you're not making money, Latoya Jones just had a live about LLC. Shout out to Latoya Jones. She's from Nashville now. She's originally from Lake County.
Wow.
But she was just explaining this. If you're not making money and you get an LLC, you got to understand that you got to pay this LLC. Some
yeah.
LLCs are $500.
Yeah.
You don't have $500 or your
And if
company's
you're a
not
small
making.
business, you're not there yet.
Exactly.
You're just starting.
Exactly.
So you're just learning the ins and outs of what you need to do, whether it's getting a license, getting a permit, getting a food permit, getting a cottage law for your nutrition facts
Right.
on your, you know, stuff like
Yep.
that. You're running into all these little obstacles because you're a new small business just starting out. So, you know, you don't have those things yet. So you're selling your little things so you can put money aside to get your insurance, get your LLC, get your pop-up permit, whatever you need to do to
and
get
by
out there.
someone calling all these health departments and
It puts a stop to it, and it's like they know they can stop us because we don't have our legal permits
Right.
to host an event.
Shit. Like,
Yeah.
whoever's calling, you ain't
Yeah,
that
oh,
bitch.
no
And
shit.
it all started, it started months ago. It started, you know, back when we were at Her Fitness. It's in Waukegan. It was off of Greenwood, but they
Okay.
closed. They closed.
The one in Grays Lake closed.
The Greenwood location closed.
Greenwood is in Waukegan.
Yeah,
Waukegan?
Greenwood's in Waukegan.
I didn't know that.
We were doing
I know-
pop-ups there. That's where we all pretty much started, is
Oh,
through her
okay.
doors. And the first event got called there. And it was,
Now, did you do? This was your first event solo, where you and now your business partner Maria were doing it. Is that Greenwood?
well, that was just mine by myself.
Oh, that was just you
and
by
they
yourself,
called
and then
on
they
me
called
by
it. Oh,
myself.
okay. So now you and Nancy were supposed to do the People's Choice one, the very first one.
Yeah.
Where it was like 40-something vendors,
Yeah.
and then there was a downfall there. So you guys had a downfall. That was your first downfall, right?
Yeah, that's where it kind of all started. It was because of the People's Choice event.
Right, and then with that being, did you think she was the one calling, or
That's just what it kind of just, you know, when you put the
just
puzzle pieces together.
coincidence started happening
Just
right after
exactly,
that? Oh, okay.
it's exactly it. Everything that started, every coincidence that was coming up was like,
After
her
y'all
name
go.
was in it.
After, okay.
Somebody, you know,
Okay, Nancy.
I had a connect that she was, you know, reaching out to, and literally was telling me like, so Nancy said this. Nancy tried to go to the mayor.
Nancy.
She tried to go to the mayor to take down the events.
Oh.
So that's when, you know, Miguel and the outreach program, they were
Right.
able to step in, So, like we say, thank God for them because
Right. And
now
they do a lot.
So we have a pop-up permit. So
Oh, okay.
anywhere in Waukegan we can host an event, but we stick with their property because they're covered by the Lake County. You know, they got all their permits. So
Yep.
it's indoor and outdoor there.
Exactly.
So why change that? We got somebody that reached out to us for another indoor location.
And they're licensed. And
that's licensed.
Oh, okay.
So
just in case there's a fly.
and I'm
around.
you know, Miguel got me licensed. I know it's like I don't want to eat it.
Don't eat the fly.
Like talking is like
somewhere.
I'm eating it.
Well, yeah, just
what's
move.
a little bug? I mean,
just move it over.
I'm gonna eat it.
Look, Chris, like, you guys are fucking disgusting. Chris, I was poor growing up. Okay. I would do that.
He's like, I ate worse than this little gnat right
here. So is there a resolution at the end of the tunnel, or is there like some kind of peace between you guys? Would you guys ever not do an event together, but would you guys ever do?
I think personally, I'm just staying clear from that. Okay. No drama.
Would you guys ever have?
No,
that's what I'm saying. So if you guys aren't doing something together,
no.
Would there ever be a time where you guys are in the same pop-up?
Absolutely not.
So if you see her B boutique,
I'm gonna have to eventually because you know I don't know what event she's signing up for.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm signing up for, and I won't know until the flyer's posted and I see her logo on it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I am here for one goal and one goal only. Is for this business to take off, support my kids, and focus on this and the little small businesses in Lake County that want to grow up.
To sit down. Just
I know somebody's already tried to.
Sitting down with Nancy.
And she said she would want to.
There's 3 sides to every story, right?
Yeah.
But she said that there was receipts, or she had receipts or something like that. I would like to see those receipts.
I would like to see the receipt on honestly of that she paid $1,000 for the lot. That's the only receipt that I would honestly. And after she went on her live, I know she wanted me to go on live to like fight back.
I saw that,
and I know everybody wanted me to, but y'all.
I think I've liked it a lot of your guys'.
Because I'm not gonna go on live.
I've liked it in a lot of your guys' stuff where now my phone says Erin has posted something, or Nancy has posted something, or Erin is going live, or Nancy's live.
But you know what I do say? I tell my business partner this: as long as me and Nancy compete, let me rephrase that.
As long as you guys are both getting the same.
Nancy's trying to compete with us because there's no competition on this side.
Period.
You guys are going to get a lot of events.
You heard it here first.
You guys are going to get a lot of events. There's going to be pop-ups every month because in her world, she's competing with us and she's got to post these pop-ups. Like, we just posted our October 22nd pop-up and boom, boom, boom. She's got 3 pop-ups scheduled.
I know.
And that's fine.
I see that
all these small
she'll
businesses.
post one, you'll post one, she'll post one. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going.
Sucks for
I know
the
I'm
small
going
businesses.
here because your candies are fucking great.
Yeah, it sucks for the small businesses because that's who we're trying to help here.
Now,
that's what I thought.
Does that pull a rift between small businesses?
Oh, it does.
Do they want to work with
so
you?
Many businesses that wanted to work with us. The sharing our stuff, half the businesses that we had don't share any of our stuff anymore. They don't promote our stuff anymore. And I get, because I heard and I know that I've gotten receipts that she's sent multiple like messages like, can you please share this? Can you please share this? Can you please share this? Can you please share this?
Yeah,
hey, can you please share this? Can you please share this? So, and that's honestly what it's all about. When you get a flyer and you're looking for vendors, you need to send these messages. You need to get these messages out there. So, to me, it's like, we're just going to be helping these small businesses get out there and make some money.
Yeah, no, that's the goal,
me personally,
right?
I don't ever want to go in the same room with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to settle this.
So me setting up that big table, I'll be in the middle, y'all 2 on the side, is out of the question?
No.
No, it's not out of
It is out of the question.
It is? Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say, no, I'll come back next Friday. I set it up.
It's out of the question.
Like, I would like to hear her side.
Yeah.
I would like to see some receipts of, what she said. Mm-hmm. So, Nancy, I will be reaching out to you. Not for a sit down, because Erin doesn't want that, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. You guys are both moms at the end of the day. You guys are both chasing
A goal.
Yeah, you
A
guys
dream.
both have something that's gonna put money and stuff on the table for your kids. This is what it is. You guys don't want the 9 to 5. Most of us don't either.
We both don't.
So it's,
I want to be my own boss.
exactly. I do hate, because I did get to meet both of you guys. I do hate that it was a rift, and I hate that all the vendors have to now pick sides. And it's crazy because you guys could have made something big together. Now you're doing something big with someone else that's up and coming. Maria from
Conchita's Custom Creations.
Custom Creations.
I love her.
What is next?
We are just trying to get all over the map for winter events.
Oh, okay. So you're preparing now for winter.
Yeah, we're preparing for winter for, you know, Santa, the Grinch. We got a lot of things coming.
I like the Grinch.
Definitely stay tuned. Hot cocoa with Santa or something like that. I don't know.
So you have pop-ups?
There's
How
a
many
lot of
pop-ups do you
things
have for the
coming.
fall?
So right now we have one 29th at Esporta.
Oh, okay. Is that Waukegan or around?
Waukegan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but both locations will be having events, but we'll be at Waukegan's location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got asked to host over there. So.
And then how's your October looking?
October, we're looking at the 15th and the 22nd so far.
So now that it's chilly, I'm guessing you guys are going to start going inside.
Yeah. We still got, you know, a lot of vendors that still want to be outside.
Right.
They want to kind of maximize the coldness,
Right,
you know,
right.
as long as they can. So we'll try to stay outside as long as we can, but where we're at right now with Miguel's location, it's indoor, outdoor.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to park the taco truck right there at the entrance.
You
And
already say
then
all that
you
shit.
can walk in and see the vendors, or you can see the vendors from the
You
lot.
already say y'all had taco trucks.
We got a
there.
taco truck there.
My fat ass going. 305
And that
pounds.
steak
here
is
I come.
good.
Diabetes. Fuck that shit.
You're like,
No,
you ain't
no,
gonna
it's-
stop me.
So your October's booked.
So October's we're
The rest of the
booking it.
September's booked. November, December, you're getting ready to get booked.
Yeah.
So you're busy. Staying busy, girl.
Yes.
Keep making your money.
That's the goal.
Chamoy candy.
Yeah, we appreciate your candy. Like I said,
yeah.
the gushers. Next time, well,
Yes.
I'll get gushers.
Fuck them gushers. This is
No.
It was good enough.
No.
Yeah, it's the peach rings for me.
Wait till you
Not
try
at
the
all.
gushers, then you're gonna be like, well then.
Wait till you have the
We're
gushers.
gonna do it.
So hers don't melt in there. It melts in your mouth.
No, we're not upset.
It's not even
My
an M&M.
sister likes some like gooey and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Ooh, you're weird.
She's weird. but
Yeah, right.
We're not gonna tell her.
We're not going to say it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Louis Man, the queen herself, Courtney, and our special guest,
Damn.
Erin
Yes.
from Evins Enchilados. Peace.
Period.
3, 2, 1.